G'day guys, and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're enjoying all the different things that I'm putting on here. Now, there's a couple of things that we've got to get back to. One is the Breville radio. You've seen it, it's still in pieces. I do have to really start this. Customer jobs have sort of taken priority over that one, being a sort of a hobby rebuild, that one. And our little record player, the one I rewound the transformer for, got to get him all cleaned up, put him back together and see how it goes. So yeah, Ariston, yeah, so stand by for those. We'll get there. Probably the next video will be the record player, then we'll get back into the Breville. At the moment I've got a piece of gear to repair for a guy. Now I have really no idea what this is. It's some sort of it's called an X tool. It's some sort of device for checking something or other. You'll see when I open it. So the story, there it is. This is the case. Let's open him up and have a look. Now the story is the battery stuffed up in it. It wouldn't work any longer. The guy replaced the battery in it and it didn't work anymore. So is it how the battery was put in? Is it a wiring problem? We've got no idea. And to make it worse, I don't know what it is to fix it. So, but surely a battery problem really can't be that hard to fix. But it is electronics. Okay, let's have a closer look. Okay, let's get him open. And is that it? Yep. The lid's as heavy as the whole case. Right. This is what we got. Tablet. It's an X tool. Now obviously for checking some sort of gear, some sort of electrical gear. I'm not real sure what they check with this, but there's been a battery put in this and now it won't boot up. So yeah, we've just got to see what's going on with it. And X tool, and it's PS90 Pro HD. So there you go. So yeah, let's have a further look at it. Now there are other fittings with this thing, but I mean essentially it's a tablet. So we're going to clear the bench off and have a look and see what's going on with this. Okay. Now before I put this away, we may need a charging cable with this. Okay, let's see what we can find. Right, okay, that is for a charger. There's just a whole heap of adapters and things in there. I think okay, this is an interesting setup, but it looks like we've got a 12-volt lead here somewhere. And it looks like 12-volt battery to a DC. Looks like a 2.5 DC. So yeah, we'll use that one on the power supply. That way we can see if there's current draw on the power supply, or yeah, what's happening. I'll do this. I'll try and do most of this, guys, in one take, so you can see what's going on. Start the power supply up. We're on 12 volts on this side. I'll hook this up to start with, because there's no doubt something will need charging. And we'll hook up some power. So I guess not all our jobs are vintage, because this is a fairly, well, looks to be a fairly state-of-the-art looking piece of gear. I hope we can get it going for him. Right. Now, where are we? DC input. Bring you guys a little bit closer in on this. Okay. DC 12 volts in. We've got a C connector, USB-C, USB 3 by the look of that, which obviously there's some sort of sensors go to a car or a truck or whatever it is, and a HDMI output for an external monitor, and on-off. So, first of all, let's see if the on-off does anything. He's right. There's nothing happening there. Next up, we'll put him on the power supply. And I will put the power supply on, and there is 0 current draw. So to me, it looks like the battery's not connected. Fuse blown, a wire not right back the front, some, I don't know. But anyway, that's sort of what it looks like. We have the power supply on 12 volts at the moment and 0 current draw. And the power supplies, yeah, you guys, yeah, you sort of can't see it. It's right behind there. Here we go. Now it's this side here. That's our current. She's turned on. And yeah, nothing. And nothing at all there. Do we have DC here? Let's get the meter. Just in case we've got a flat battery and something wrong with our charger. Okay, so we'll have a look here, and believe it or not, there is no voltage there. Okay, let's check things. Here we go. Yeah, the old cigarette lighter connectors catch us out again. But mind you, I didn't check it in the first place. Okay, now, we do have 11.96, as you can see there. Right, let's try it now. We have 3 milliamps. 3 milliamps. Will it turn on? Nothing turns on. Still nothing. Yeah, okay. Well, looks like it's got to come apart and have a look at this battery that's been put in it. So I will pause the video while I get things a little bit better on the bench here, and we'll get into this X tool. Now guys, before we go too far, just noticed here on the side a little bit of a gap along here. Yeah, something is not lined up properly here. That's only a USB, but yeah, before we take it apart, just noticing there's a gap, and there's my phone, and there's also no screws in this side. There is no screws in these fellas. So yeah, okay, let's well, get this off, and we need an Allen key to get these four corners off, which I think then allows the back to come off. There is screws there, and there, screw holes, but there's actually no screws in those either. So this is probably where the guys put the taken it apart, taken the back off, put the battery in, and yeah, nothing worked there. Okay, right, let's get into him. Right, now I'll just jump back on my chair. Sorry about all the noise in here. Now, got the corners off. Now it's a matter of how this looks like. He's had it apart along here. There's screwdriver marks along here. I don't know whether the front comes off, the back comes off. Looks like. I'll get you guys up a little bit here. You can't see there. Hey, that's better. There we go. Now, got to be careful here because the screen's coming off. There's probably a ribbon cable holding it on there, and yes, there is. Hopefully everyone took note of this when they were pulling it apart. There we go. Okay, there's our battery floating around in here. Very interesting. Very interesting place for the battery, and it also has little screws to keep the cover over it. Screen, well, hopefully nothing's happened here, like the cables haven't been pulled or anything like that. I just hope that hasn't happened. Now, what we'll do here, we'll turn him around so we can have a bit of a closer look at him. There you go. Now, battery in here. We have a screw almost out here. A screw there, to there, and yeah, this there's two batteries in here. I wonder, is there supposed to be two, or is it one? Or anyway, let's the plot thickens, as they say. It's electronics, they say. It won't be easy. Right, get this fella out that's just sitting there. And the first thing to check, I guess, will, when we get this out, will be the batteries, connections, all that. And gee, I hope these little cables have not been pulled. We're in a bit of bother, but saying that, the on-off switch is up here. This board should boot. Maybe it is booting, and if the cables have been torn, the screen's not lighting up. Yeah, but then again, we've got no charging current either, which is probably not a good thing. .3 milliamps, so I think something is connecting somewhere, but not a lot. Okay, lift this up. Now, what have we here? Got a battery connector here and a second battery. Why is there a second battery? It has 3 wires. This one only has 2 wires. Both 3.7 volt lipos, 2400 milliamp and 4000 milliamp. Okay. So, negative, black to black, red to red, 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 black, black, and white to what is yellow there. So this battery has been replaced as well. Why don't we have anything happening down here? So I guess unplug our battery. And we just might check the connector there, that he's mounted on the board properly. I'll have to put him under a lamp, a Maggie lamp here to see that. And then we'll check what's going on here. This is yeah, interesting, but does the job. It's connected. And just make sure, yeah, battery minus, battery plus, and we've got the obviously the temperature probe in the middle, and we're probably only using one temperature probe. I don't know what was on it originally, but you'd probably only need it on one battery. B minus, B plus, temperature. So, yeah, okay. Well, what'll we do first? I'll have a look under the lamp at this fella down here, at the connector, and then we'll check the batteries out and see what's going on. Okay, now we'll check these fellas. Now this one, the tape is crooked. The tape has been lifted off this, and I'm just wondering, have these connectors been put in properly? If they're not in properly, or crossed, or something's gone wrong, the unit probably won't turn on. I'm not real sure of that, but I guess it probably won't. So let's have a look here. Yeah, that tape has definitely been lifted up. Okay. And maybe the one up the other end as well. Just looking at this, Normally the connector goes in and your little black piece there pushes down on him. Okay, our connector for this is that way up, and I think he should go in this way, not in this way, because our contacts are on the bottom of this little socket here, and if we put him in like that, they're on the top. Whereas I think theoretically this should go in this side, if I can get to this. It's tight, but I think this is how it should go in. Well guys, I've come to the conclusion it's not that socket. It doesn't go in that side, it does go in this side, and that does clamp the front of it. A little bit different to all the other ones I've seen, and even different to the one on this side, which goes in this way and clamps down on it. So I've got the board back out totally. This is not charging, it's dead, there's no standby, but well, you know, our battery connectors here, there's got to be something that's not connecting our battery, or a MOSFET or something that's not turning on when we press the power button. On the back, there's not much on there, not much on there at all, but maybe enough to cause a problem. Now, there's a little resistor there. I can't get real close on that one. I wonder, can I zoom up for you, because other people may have this problem. Let's see, can I get a little bit of zoom in focus, if I can hold it still, and that resistor R010. Now, to me, that's maybe 0.01 ohm, or maybe 0.1 ohm, probably a current sense. He's open circuit. He's burnt in the middle. You can probably see a slight burn mark. He's discoloured in the centre, so that's a current sense resistor, probably in line with the negative of the battery. So I think something's happened here. Now that chip there, got no idea. It's not there, but there's a lot of stuff on this that's not there, like a couple of transistors are not there on that fella. So I'm sorry for all the shaking around. I haven't got a real steady hand, obviously. So let's do a bit of an investigation as to exactly what that is and what it does in the circuit, and lift him up and yeah, try and get maybe a 0.01. Just not real sure on these. I'm not up to date with all this surface mount garbage, but yeah, okay, so that's where we're up to at the moment. I think that could be part of the problem, maybe from the battery being shorted, maybe, but anyway, we could even current limit our power supply, jump this fella, and see if we can get the board to spring into gear. Let's try that. I'm just going to verify a couple of things. Meter, ohms, across that resistor. Nothing. He's open circuit. Okay, let's lift him off. R010. Now, all you guys will be screaming at me, Baz, don't you know what that is? No, I don't. I'm not familiar with surface mount. Fault finding's the same, but as for components, no, not very familiar with this. Okay. And this is my idea of surface mount. Haven't got the gear. I don't like it. Don't like it at all. In fact, it doesn't want to come off. So I've seen, guys, we put some more solder on there, get him nice and hot, and he'll float away. And that just does not work. Okay. Once again, you guys are probably screaming at me saying, Baz, that's not the way to do it. Well, I don't have any other way of doing it here. So I think what we'll do, I'll get under a lamp here and yeah, he should move out, but if he's open circuit, we might just take something across the top there, even our resistor when we get it, and see. For now, I'm going to put a very fine piece of wire across there and see what happens. What could possibly go wrong? Find a piece of wire. What I've done is pretty rough. Just soldered a small piece of wire across there, just for the moment, for testing. Certainly won't be leaving that there, to see if the rest of the board comes up. Now, our power is back there. I'll plug him in. I will current limit the power supply to about, let's say, 1 amp at the moment. Okay, here we go. We plug him in. 35 milliamps. Okay, something's happening. We had nothing before. Right. On. And nothing, but that could be because we don't have a monitor there at the moment as well. The power switch doesn't seem to be doing anything. Maybe it needs a battery connected. Not real sure. Are we game to connect the battery? Yeah, why not? Okay. Battery's in. Okay. Nothing yet, but once again, we have more current draw. Nothing's getting hot. We're still looking at 35 milliamps at 12 volt. That's all it's drawing. Power switch. Nothing happening there. Nope, nothing at all. Let's do a reboot again with the batteries in this time. Actually, with the batteries in, power switch, nothing. But as I said, this could be because the monitor or the top half of this computer isn't plugged in at the moment. Back there, 35 milliamps. Okay, same thing. Right, I think the best thing to do now is temporarily connect the screen and bits and pieces and go from there. The camera's not connected, but that shouldn't stop this booting up. Right, well, unplug our battery, makes no difference. You would think, really, the battery should start charging. Maybe. Okay. Let's hook a few things up. Well, guys, we're back again after a little bit of thinking and doing stuff with this thing. Now, as you saw, we jumpered the current sense resistor there, which was an R010. Okay, I still haven't looked this up, but closer inspection, I thought, okay, why has that done that? Closer inspection, over this side, there's a battery management chip, and I don't know whether you can see him. Let's try and get a closer picture here. Okay, give us a little bit closer picture here. That fella, he's got a hole in him. Okay, I'll tip him up that way so you can actually see what it is. It's an APX259, which is a battery management chip. And someone, somewhere, has shorted something out really badly. Or, yeah, or something's happened, a spike. Not sure what's happened, but certainly that APX259 should not have a hole in the chip, because it would have let the smoke out. Okay, so we'll just go back to our we'll get our zoom off there, and yeah, there's not much I can do with this fella, unfortunately, so we'll just put him back together. The guy wasn't real sure whether it is fixable or not. I can't replace that chip. I don't have the gear to do any sort of surface mount stuff. Maybe he can get someone else to do it, but you know, if the chip's crook, what else is crook along here? Has it had a hit? I'd say a new motherboard for this tablet if he wants it fixed. But anyway, we'll leave that to him. Okay, so unfortunately this one is not a repair. Can't do this one, which is disappointing. But anyway, you might pick up something from what I've done, and fault finding, or yeah, pretty basic. Alright, so we'll get on with the next repair, and we better get back onto the Ariston record player. How about we get onto that and do something constructive? Okay, go back to the old school. Until next time, bye for now.